Hey, what's up, y'all? We're back with another one. Let's check this clip out.
If you know anything about Charles Barkley, he's got a heart of gold. He's got one of the biggest hearts you could ever imagine. What a beautiful, beautiful brother he is. But that don't make him correct. And in this instance, based on that quote that he put out, that statement that he put out, it's not telling the whole story. The fact of the matter is you can't sit up there and say that the NBA didn't want this from the beginning. I told y'all a few days ago, my sources told me that Adam Silver and the NBA talked to the leadership at TNT and Warner Brothers Discovery, led by, Mrs. Zaslow. They knew what the situation was and what they needed to do in order to keep their NBA rights. And there was a lot of hemming and hawing going on. I can't get too specific because I don't know all the details and I don't want to be irresponsible here, but it wasn't some situation where they got backdoored. It was clearly obvious what was transpiring. We saw Amazon get into the NFL game. We know they want to get into the NBA game. They want to build their sports cachet. Their market cap numbers at about $3 trillion. When Warner Brothers Discovery, along with Disney, along with Fox, is at about $400 billion. This is business. And so you know that, and you saw the handwriting on the wall, but you had an opportunity to match. And evidently, it wasn't a priority. How do we know this? Because Charles Barkley called out the honchos at TNT. He talked about their unwillingness to prioritize accordingly. He spoke adamantly against TNT leadership. Or if not TNT leadership, Warner Brothers Discovery. Charles Barkley did that. He was the one that told the world folks were dropping the ball. He was the one that told the world folks weren't on their game when it came to doing everything they could to keep the rights over at TNT. That was Charles Barkley who said that. Now it's the NBA's fault? The NBA is a business. The players are about their business. They're about getting paid. Coaches are about getting paid. Steve Kerr getting $17 million a year. Popovich getting $17 million a year. Eric Spoelstra's over $15 million a year. Ty Lue's over $14 million a year. Monty Williams is over $13 million a year before he got let go by the Detroit Pistons. I mean, what are we talking about here? There's money everywhere. And people who are participating and contributing to the coffers of the sport are going to look to get paid. Of course, the owner's going to be first in line. They're the ones cutting the checks. And billionaires live by different codes. We get all of that. But so do the leagues. You think the NFL are giving people bargains? They're looking to profit as much as they possibly can with all the money that they're making. I remember years ago with Colin Kaepernick and everybody, the owners were complaining, oh my God, what's going to happen? You know what? He is a distraction to the sport. He's got to go. It was the same year each owner pocketed $246 million apiece just to put in their pocket from the TV rights deal. And they were worried about Colin Kaepernick costing them $1. This is who they are, fair enough. But the league is a cash cow if you're the NFL. And now here we are talking about the NBA. You think they just want to sit idly by and watch the NFL make all the money? An 11-year, $76 billion deal pays players, pays coaches, pays all the personnel that works under the NBA umbrella, pays people who work for those networks airing the NBA product. That is ABC and ESPN, which is Walt Disney. It is NBC, which is also Peacock. It's Amazon. Here they come. Everybody been talking about linear television is dying, right? Even though I would beg to differ. TV, maybe, but not linear content over the digital airways. But that's a different story for another day. The fact of the matter is, in the end, everybody's looking to get paid. Everybody's trying to get paid. And those people at TNT are incredibly talented. Incredibly talented. And if you are Amazon, if you are ESPN, ABC, if you are NBC and what have you, look at them. There's a lot of talent to pluck from that tree. They know what they're doing over there. Fair enough. But the gloom and doom and all of this other stuff, and because of money, Charles Barkley, you're getting paid, my brother. So is Shaq. So is Ernie and Kenny. Not in anybody's pocket, and certainly not questioning that you deserve it. Y'all are my boys. I love you. You know that. And you deserve it. But none of us are doing this for free. I own and operate this YouTube channel. I ain't doing it for free. I'm on iHeartRadio. It ain't for free. I work on ESPN First, taking NBA Countdown. It ain't for free. Everybody trying to get paid. I can't fault the leagues for doing the same. At some point in time, we got to grow up and start and throw emotions to the wayside. Everybody and their grandmama knew this was coming down the road. If you're David Zaslow and those brothers, you got to do everything that you can to ingratiate yourself with the NBA and Adam Silver, to do everything that you can to keep the rights over at TNT. That wasn't a priority a couple of years ago. It might have been now, when they tried to match and the NBA said, no, it's not a match and we're going to go with this Amazon deal. And now we're expecting a lawsuit battle between the two parties that'll probably reach a settlement at some point. But in the end, what it comes down to is everybody knew it was coming.
All right, now, so that was Stephen A. Smith. He was speaking about Charles Barkley because, as you may know, Charles Barkley is going to be leaving TNT as of now. That is the word. And he's been doing some interviews and he's been saying that he's thinking about maybe going to Amazon or another network, or even he mentioned that even be with Stephen A. Smith. That is what he said last week, but I guess that is not on the table right now. And some fans are actually going at Charles Barkley, saying that he is all about the money, because the reason why he's going to choose Amazon is because he wants the money. That is what they're saying right now. And as you saw in the clip I did show y'all, that was, Stephen A. Smith. He was not really going in on Charles Barkley. He was not angry or anything like that, but he was definitely calling Charles Barkley out. And this is basically something new that we are seeing in front of our eyes, because Amazon, that is where Charles Barkley is thinking about going to. Amazon, I mean, they got a lot of subscribers right now. They got a lot of people that are subscribing to their service. And I think that personally that the NBA is going to sign a big deal, a huge deal with Amazon for maybe 10 to 12 years to test this service out. And they want to get as much money as they can out of this deal. So I want to thank you so much for tapping in with me. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.